Do you want to be a god in Blox fruits? Today what we're going to talk about is basically something that will make you very strong in Blox fruits, and it's actually not that very difficult to get, but if you do manage to get it, you are probably going to be a very strong PvP fighter, or not even just PvP, but in general you're going to be a lot stronger and you're probably going to be a god. Truth be told about this thing, it's actually not that super difficult to get, but it can be quite luck-based, and it might also require you to have a little bit of money, or if not money, a lot of time. If you come over here to Tiki Outpost, and I think you guys already know what I'm going to try and show you guys here, but this thing will definitely make you a god, and I'm going to explain to you why. And let's come up here in the enhancement. So if you go talk to the Dragon Talon Sage and enchant, and go check my swords, I have an enchantment called Strong Grip. Now the reason why this enchantment is actually going to make you a god is because, let's say for example, you're using Kitsune fruit, or you're using a fruit build in general, or you're maybe using a gun build, then what that means is you're probably not gonna have that much damage with your sword. But if you have a Strong Grip unique, or if you have a Strong Grip which is a unique enchant, it's not even that hard to get, then you're going to have this, which damage scales with 50% of your melee stat and 60% of your sword stat, which means your sword or gun, whichever weapon you have this enchantment on, will always have 40% of the damage, and that's actually kind of a lot. From my testing from previous videos, and when I used this back then when I made a video about this in the main channel, it actually did somewhere around 1000 to 2000 HP. So imagine being able to do 2000 HP of damage without having a single stat in sword. The best part about this is if you're going to use it in conjunction with a very strong build, like the build that was shown in the last video, which was the Dragon Trident, Kitsune, and Dragon Trident, Kitsune, Soul Guitar, and Sanguine Arts, you're actually gonna do a ton of damage, which is gonna be very insane. Now, if you're allowed, or if you're able to get this to both your sword and your gun, you're going to do a ton of damage. Like, that's how I actually do a ton of damage. So let me show you guys something real quickly. If I go to the Turtle Mansion right here, because I love the NPCs right here, if I go over here and show you guys how much damage I deal to the NPCs, for example right here, if I do the Typhoon Toss, this is even without hockey. Let me just turn on my hockey right here. Look at that, guys. The damage around 2796, and if I use my gun, I'm gonna do around okay, that's a lot of damage. Okay, 3356 damage. So that's actually a lot of damage in my opinion without having a single stat in sword. So not only that, I actually even have fruit stats still. So for example, since I have fruit stats right now, let me go show you my stats. So for example, right now most of my stats are in Blox fruits. If I, for example, use this, I'm gonna have a ton of damage, and I can also still use that. So imagine having all of these in your arsenal, and you still have that much damage. So look at that, and you do that, and then you could still do that. And I recommend actually putting this on Soul Guitar, because if you could manage to land just the El Diablo just once, you're gonna do a ton of damage to enemies. Now this will definitely make you a lot stronger, but it's probably going to still not make you unkillable. It's gonna make you a god if you can use it pretty well. So what I suggest you guys do is try to get the enchantment, the unique or Strong Grip enchantment, on a sword that you know you always use, and on a gun you know you always use. So my suggestion for it would be to make a specific build for this enchantment, because it's probably the most unique enchantment, literally the most unique enchantment. It's the best enchantment in my opinion that you could find, because if you make a good build around this sword, it could actually be very overpowered for PvP and stuff like that. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. So don't forget to check out my other channel, and yeah, I will probably make a PvP video about this in the near future, maybe when the update drops. And thank you guys for watching. Peace out.